Good morning, everyone. I was going to make a beat to send over to Jamie, one of the artists I've been working with a lot, because I've been trying to get like a little bit more of a sadder kind of song, a little bit of something around the lines of like, you know, yeah, I'm feeling down, but that's okay. Nothing wrong with that. That's part of life. So, excuse me, I'm getting ready for work as well, so I'm gonna be drinking my smoothie while I do this. But make this kind of beat. And I was like, perfect. This could be a little two birds, one stone. Another episode of making beats, and sort of go through my ideas when I already have a concept in mind. So I'm gonna open up. You might not be able to see this. I forget what OBS actually lets me see, but um, I'm opening up a piano pack here. Definitely gonna be throwing some chords on this. Um, Actually, I might do a grand piano here. Um, and we'll open up the piano roll. I'm going to do something a little different than C major just because I don't. So in FL Studio, if you can't see this, you can go to View, Scale Highlighting, and then you can select what scale the notes will show up on or what will be highlighted. So I'm going to do F sharp major. And now you can see in my piano roll, all of the light areas, so they're light and dark, all the light areas are in the scale. So I can throw, actually that might be a little high for this. There we go, that's what I'm looking for. I'm gonna throw down something that's kind of like descending probably. And then maybe right at the end it'll jump back up a little. Oh, oops. See how that sounds. I kind of like that transition, but I want to do just something to keep it a little more intriguing throughout the entire melody. Okay, cool. We'll do that. So we have our main chords. I'm gonna probably throw a little arp on this, just to still, because I'm still gonna have it be like a hip hop song. Ooh, maybe even like a so staccatos. Oh no. So this button up here will let me play notes on my keyboard, so I can see how they sound. And all I have to do now to get an arp is play all the bass. I'll do it on the bass notes, but you can technically do it wherever you want, if it sounds good. And I hit Alt A on my keyboard, and it will sort of arpeggiate those notes. And that's too fast. You can obviously hear that. I don't hate that. And then what I'm also probably gonna do, I'm gonna turn this down in the mix a little bit, so it's just barely sort of playing in the background. But I can hit Alt R. That brings up the randomizer, so I can specifically the panning tool kind of lets it'll for each individual note randomize if it's on the left or the right, and that'll kind of spread things out. And the volume, it'll humanize it a little bit, so it won't sound as rigid. I'm also gonna go here, Alt S. That makes the chords just played a little bit off of the where they're supposed to be played, and that kind of gives it a little bit more of a human feel as well. I'm gonna actually solo those, and then I like to do preserve end because if you don't, it'll extend over, and that may create some issues at the end if it drops over. So I just do that. And now let me play this solo here. You can hear it kind of just like, if it, and it, you know, it just creates a nice, especially when we're trying to go for a little bit more of an emotional. And this part will probably only come in for the hook, because that adds just a little bit more energy. And you know I'm going to add some pads because that's just how it goes. But I've been trying to go a little less when I mix it, put less volume into the pads so that it's hidden a little bit more, because I think I was going a little heavy on the pads, which I love how they sound. So, a deeper pad. Let's see that. I don't know. It sounds a little too techno for this. Organ choir. Yeah. Let's throw something just like a deeper version of that in here. Actually, one of the things you can do with this, I don't know how to pronounce it, expand to plugin, I don't know. You can add multiple different things. I don't even know if you're able to see this. I hope you are. So that, yeah, something like that, so that, and you can pan them to different sides so that you're creating this more like full sound. And we'll throw one more in here. A soft pad. What do we think? A Beautiflute. Yeah, we'll throw that in here. And this feels like it would be really good with like a vocal sample. I don't really have a great way to do those, so sorry. But it would. And honestly, there's a website called Looperman, which you can use, and they have like free stuff. And I may end up chucking that on there, but at least for today, we'll keep it with this. And then I'm gonna I may end up, honestly, I'm really liking how this sounds on its own. Maybe throw in just some other chords of the same stuff, maybe like a counter melody with the piano. Where's pianos? And we can throw some vocals on there with the choir. But let's just do an acoustic piano. Oh, that sounds good. We'll do that. We'll do another piano. And I could do it where these are all together, but because I might have them play different melodies and at different places, I'm gonna separate them. Because like I may go in here and actually just like for these parts, like throw in a little just kind of sauce. And then that's like a kind of like a it's subtle, but it adds a little bit of flavor. And then we need some bass in here for sure. So I'm actually going to go into Citrus, because they have some good ones. I'm probably just gonna Yep, boom, done. Next. And I'm going to grab the same notes that were from the pad, because we did that before. And I'm actually going to maybe do, because in here there's a transition up, I'm going to also let that happen at the bass. And I may even do a little something because you just... And now it's up to the drums. Man, we are cooking, which is good. So this would be probably and these pianos, and I may even try to just throw in one more piano that's a little more high energy, maybe even like a synth, sort of. A soft lead, maybe. Oh no, that's okay. Let's replace with what do we want to go here? Let's go flex. Flex does good. Like an electric piano. And get a little more like just because just a little bit of energy here. So Control C. Oh wait, oops. Control C. Control V. And then I'm gonna chop this up probably. So if I get rid of this and this will obviously make me play the note. But if I unhighlight that and I hit C, it'll let me chop. And I'm actually just gonna chop these with the electric piano, so that there's a little more bounce during the hook. And we might even go a little crazy here and bring this up an octave. It's not, we're not making a rager here, but it adds a little something. Okay, so now for some drums. And these are going to be pretty casual drums. I will probably even throw in like some pretty much lo-fi drums on here because that's just the vibe we got. So one shot, lo-fi one shots. These are two lo-fi drum kits that I have. I actually like this one a lot. Okay, so nothing crazy, just like a very basic kick. I might even bump that up just a little. There we go. That's money. Those two will be good together. Oh, I like that. Okay. And then, all right, so let's... So if I hit K on my keyboard, this will let me sort of go into the volume. And I love to do this with the hi-hats. Oh, just add a little bounce. And then piano roll, Control L will turn them all into full notes. And I think that could be a nice spot for a roll. Control A or Alt A to bring up the arpeggiator. And one thing I've been trying to do with my hi-hats recently is add in just some variability because it's very easy to just do like a two-step pattern. And that it just creates a little bit more. Oh, brother. This guy stinks. And maybe we'll even do like like towards the end here, just like because it's the end of the. So at the end of the 4 bars, having this sort of transition to when the melody repeats. And this makes sense horrible. So bear with me. Smoothie mustache, probably. Hard to tell. Can't see myself. Okay. And then this is a 120 BPM song. So, higher BPM songs, things like 140, 150, you're going to put the claps on the start of the third measure. I don't know. You got 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's 4 sets of 4. 16 measures or something like that. On each of the third set, you'll put the clap. For higher BPM songs. For lower BPM songs, you'll do it on the 2 and the 4 of each of the sets of 4. But in 120 and in 110, it kind of is like an awkward middle area. So you could do either. It's a little. I don't want this to feel like a really high pace. And so I'm not gonna go crazy with this stuff. And then the kicks typically will go on the 1, and possibly the 1, and then possibly you could throw it wherever you want, but they're always going to go at least on the 1 most of the time. And I'll throw in some. I forgot one of these, for whatever reason, dude, is broken. Maybe this one. I don't know why. I don't know why. I have no idea. Okay, well, that's fine. So it is clipping a lot, but we got sort of our little drum pattern. I would like to throw in some perks. Just to keep it kind of fresh. That's fine. We'll try to turn these up a little bit. So, we're going to save this. We're going to call this When I'm Down. Okay. And then, my next step in this would be to split by channel. So, now all these are here. This is a personal thing for me. Is that instead of dragging these over all into here, so, oops. And highlighting and dragging them all in like that. I will quick render them as an audio clip, so that it rendered instead of it being in playing the MIDI when I'm playing the song and playing the beat and working with it, it is playing the exported audio file of them, and I find that to be easier, personal preference, but that's up to you. So, now for mixing. And I'm going to try to do this. I have 10 minutes realistically before I need to leave. So I'm going to change these colors to something so that all the instruments are the same. We'll do a nice sea green. And then these are all drums. And I'm going to also do, this is the synth, this is the bass. So I'm going to bring that to a different color. So I remember, and then everything else. And I might even make this melody something a little different, so it's easy to tell. Okay, so now you can go here, Control L brings them to each of their own mixer tracks. Now you can see it's kind of easy to tell what each of the things is. So I'm going to highlight all these, bring it down. It'll be completely silent when I hit play, and now I can drag these in. I'm going to bring this here. And then some of the ones that are a little quiet, like for example, the perks were pretty quiet. I'm going to normalize those. Normalize these claps here so you can hear everything. And same thing with the kicks. The lo-fi drums are a little, quiet, which is fine. We'll keep, and we can adjust that in the mix. Everything else looks pretty much fine. And now I can start. I'm gonna hit play. I'm gonna hit play, and now I can start bringing things in. So I'm gonna start with the kicks. And typically for my personal thing, I'll try to get the kicks to land around 6 to 9 decibels. I don't even know what units that's in, but somewhere around there. Just so that that's my reference point. As if the kicks are around there, then I can, move everything else. There we go. Oh, these are the perks, okay. Okay, that's what our drums sound like. Now let's start bringing in these pianos. And I'm gonna try to really move this stuff out to the sides. Where's our other pianos? Would have been nice to have labeled these. There we go. That'll get nice. And then this will probably sit in the middle. Okay, so now you got to figure out what you want to do for the hooks and what you want the verses to sound like. So I'm going to have this thing drop in pretty late, actually, I think. Have like a verse kind of before it drops in. So a verse here. So for verses, I'm thinking it'll be just the pianos and the pad and a muted bass and then that stuff. So that'll go. And then just the claps. And I might even just do just those claps. Let's sound like that. Yeah, like that. So this is the verse. So start in like. That's not a great transition. I think maybe even. And I have my transitions pack, actually. Yeah, there we go. That's perfect. So this is 140. And then that could be like a little. Oh, this is in C major. So we're in F sharp major, I'm pretty sure. So C, 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, I'm going to go down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's 6 semitones off. So we're just going to bring this. Now it should be in pitch. this for a second here. I know this is getting a little long, but my apologies. I may have to go to work and then come back and finish this, but what I really want to do here is add one more thing, because it needs some strings. It really does. It has the cellos, but like just even in it. Nope. Oh yeah, I'm not on the right, and maybe even just something that like change up just a little, just a little. Yeah, okay. How does that sound? Yeah, let's yeah, and then yep, boom. That's the number. Okay. So split my channel. Abort. Oh, well, you're getting down to the wire here, folks. Speed run this. Okay. And then we're gonna and then we're just gonna actually do, ooh, there's not really a great place, but I'll just throw it on the end. That's fine, whatever. Fine. Okay. And then we're gonna have to mix this in somehow. But let's just see how this sounds. That one of the I forget who said it. It might have been Alex Rome on YouTube. I saw it once. He was like, every 8 bars, you should try to change something up, just to keep it interesting. And so, same thing with the beats. I'll try to do that. Every 8 bars, change it up, change up something, make it unique, all of that. But I do have to go. So this has been another episode of Making Beats. Have a great rest of your day. Hello, update 2. This is post-work. I wanted to just go in. I know that I said I was done before, but I just wanted to go into this same beat that we were just looking at and show just like one other thing that I like to do. And this is sort of, some people would call it like a high-pass filter. So I'm going to try to explain this to the best of my ability. So let's take and solo this pad, this for example. This pad I think is going to show the most of what I'm thinking about. So you can hear this pad. I'm going to open up what's called an EQ. And you can see these are the higher frequencies. So if I was to, I don't even know if I can solo this. I might be able to. You could probably do it better in Maximus. But these are the higher frequencies over here. I don't know how to do that. But if I was to do a high pass here and then boost this up, boost it. Okay, well, I'm sorry. This is horrible. But if I was to boost, you can sort of hear the higher frequencies. Basically, this is all a long way of saying that the higher frequencies are over here, lower frequencies of what's being played is over here, right? So you think about like 808s and things like that are going to be in this section over here. Higher frequencies like some hi-hats and things like that would fit into this section. We don't necessarily want all of our instruments to take up this much space. So what I'll end up doing is sort of narrowing it down a little bit. And you don't want to go too overboard to the point where you can't, but so that there's some room over here for the bass to play and this won't be taking up too much space. Same thing. And it really doesn't change up too much, but just having, even same thing on like some of the pianos and stuff. I won't even take off too much of the high end, but I'll end up just kind of like cutting off a little bit of the piano, just so that it doesn't get into the bass too much, and it doesn't take up too much of that space. And I even have a setting for this called low cutoff. It'll just cut off that there, and then I'll even the same thing go into the bass now, because the bass is playing typically right here. I'll cut the higher frequencies off the bass so that it's like that. And you may have to, just to, when you cut those down, if you have everything all mixed, if you cut those down, it may change the volume a slight amount. So you may just want to go in and remix it if things are missing. So I'll go here and just make sure everything's good. And right now I'm kind of, I'm going in. So let's go in one more here. It's called a drum bus here. And this is one more thing I'll tend to do, and it just helps with later down the line. Change color. I'm going to name this. So this is how I would do my drums here. So I'm holding control. I'll highlight these, and I'm going to send these all to here. So now all of the drums are all going to this track, and then this track is going back to the master. So everything has to go through here. I'm putting what's called compression on the drums. And I'm going to use another plugin here to show that. So drums. And so technically I'm going to be putting two compressors here, but I'm going to delete the other one once I show you what I'm talking about. So let's just do this here. So right now you cannot hear the drums because they are fully compressed. There's a pretty hard compression here. And I'm going to open this up so you can see not much is getting through. The waveforms are not peaking very high. As I slowly and now as I remove that compression, it's allowed to get through. So I'm actually going to delete this compressor because Maximus is already a compressor. I've been trying to do this for some time. Just switch over to Maximus for compressor. So I'm going to hit solo. And it's only going to play the lower, which would probably be the kicks. And you can see how hard they're getting through here with how high. So you can compress them a little bit, and that just allows us to put more volume into the drums without them peaking as much per se. So all of the purple is being compressed, and I can actually boost those lower frequencies, and it'll come through, but it's not gonna. And you gotta play with it a little bit. So now all I'm here is pretty much little claps. You can hear a little of the hi-hats and stuff. Compress that. I want to hear that a little bit more. And this attack mount can sort of mess with some stuff too and create a little bit more punch per se, I'm going to call that. And by no means am I an expert in any of these. But I don't know how much compression I would put on this. Maybe just a little. Yeah, so it's not going to play right now too much. doesn't peak the master too much. It's not clipping, which is big. And that takes a little bit of extra work, but it's just like small touches that kind of make a big difference. And now we've got kind of like a nice little beat here that we can actually use. I'm not a fan of that, and here we are. That's all we need. We got a nice little beat here. I'm going to add this on to the end of it. So hopefully you're having a great rest of your day. I might make up one more video after this, so I'll probably be wearing the same shirt in the next video. But have a great rest of your day. Peace.